And you'd be like, ooh. I'd be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so let's get into this.
You know. Damn, it's banging. You know. It's banging. Oh, banging.
What's up, everybody? Snoopy's forward back again with another mukbang, and today we're doing some Wendy's. So I got right here the bacon deluxe combo number 4 with the large lemonade. Got some sauces right here, and my first time ever trying their chili cheese fries. So I'm excited about that. And then we got a little chit chat about Halloween ends and my thoughts and feelings about it. So let's get it in. Got some extra nacho cheese sauce too. Cheers, y'all. Oh, nice and fresh. Looks nice, right? All right. Let me put some sour cream on that. Some more cheese. Oh, you got some good cheese sauce. And then a burger right here. See that right there. Okay, so let's put that right here. And yeah, let's try these fries out. Oh, my chili cheese fries. Oh, straight banging. That's wonderful right there. You guys got to get this with the extra sauce. I was craving this, but this is also inspired by my boy Ruxy, man. Shout out to Rux. These loaded fries. I'm gonna do a homemade loaded fries video too. I'm gonna get some spicy Italian sausage, some ground beef, jalapenos, cheese sauce, all that good stuff. And then I'm gonna fry my crinkle fries in some good old grease and top it up with some tomatoes and chives. That's gonna be bomb. Get another bite of that, y'all. I always get barbecue and ranch for my burgers. I told you I'm a saucy type of dude. Alright, let's talk a little bit of Halloween Ends. So, huge spoiler alert for those that haven't seen it. Alright, so me, I'm a huge Halloween Michael Myers fan. I also love Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street as well, right? I'm just gonna put some sauce on this. Barbecue and some ranch. Take a bite real quick. So yeah, I went and seen it last night. Got to get it right, baby. All right. So I would say the first half of this movie is straight trash. Now, you'll see Myers on 2 quick little occasions throughout, but they're bringing this new character named Corey. All right. It kind of, the story behind it is pretty dope, but I would have cut that whole thing out and brought in Michael an extra 25 minutes earlier than they showed him, and had him do way more like crazier kills, because that's what it's about with Halloween, right? So if you're going out with a bang like this, because it's done, you're gonna go out with a bang like that, then he needs to go out like all the way out, like straight classic Michael Myers style. You know what I'm saying? So the storyline goes like, her granddaughter, I forget her name, likes this guy, the dude Corey, and he ends up pretty much like working with Michael. A whole new twist on the story, right? Michael's classic Michael. The mask is sick. The cosmetics, all that's dope. But for a long time, we're sitting there like, damn, what's up with this movie? Like, you know what I'm saying? So the best part of this movie, I would say, in my opinion, is toward the end, the last like 40 minutes of it, where Michael fights Laurie, of course. I'm gonna dump my burger in this cheese. But yeah, so I'm tripping out. I'm like, man, what the hell is this shit? And there's a crazy part in the beginning, the first like 20 minutes of the movie, where this new dude Corey is babysitting for these rich folks, right? And you got this little bratty son. I don't know if he's like between like probably like 8 and 10 years old. He's like, you suck as a babysitter, whoop doop, talk all kind of shit, and just like calling the dude fat and ugly and all of this stuff. So the kid likes horror movies or whatever, right? So the dude's like, oh, it's time for bed, because the parents were like, okay, we're out of here. No junk food for him. He's going to bed at 8 or 8:30 or something, right? So the babysitter getting ready to put him to bed, and I think he goes to the kitchen to make, I think the kid wanted like a piece of cake or something like that. So he goes to go cut him a piece of whatever, and the lights cut off or whatever, and then he comes back and he's gone, right? So the kid starts screaming, Michael Myers is coming for you, this and that. Right? So the babysitter, it's a big house, right? And there's stairs that go like 5 flights, like all the way up in a circle, right? Big ass house. So anyway, this kid's hiding on him. So this is going on for a while. Then the kid locks him in a room, puts a lock on the door, and the guy can't get out. He's like, okay, it's not funny, let me out, you know, the type of stuff, and the kid's laughing or whatever. So he starts getting mad, right? He's like shaking. He's like, let me the fuck out of here. He starts freaking giving it all he got, starts kicking the door, right? So the parents pull up now in the car and they get out and they get ready to walk inside, and they hear the commotion or whatever, and he's kicking the door, and the kid's like laughing and whatever. Then he kicks the door hella hard and busts it open, just flies open, right? So the parents come in, they're like, what the hell's going on? They kind of look up like this, and then when the door flung open, it hit the kid, right? It was an accident. It hit the kid. Boom. He fell over the banister, dude, and just fell all the way down. They watched his kid's land. Bow. His head, everything all twisted up. His face busted open. It was crazy. That was a crazy scene. Excuse me. So I give it that much for like the little thrill. It had a lot of good jump scares. But other than that, the storyline was shit. But that part was crazy right there. So anyway, so now he gets labeled as this kid killer. He gets picked on. Or whatever, right? So time goes on, and then the movie goes into more stupidness with the parents or whatever, some nagging mom and all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyway, so now it gets to the part where he starts dragging people down, the kids that are bullying him. He drags one of them, like he lures them there, like he drives his motorcycle there and they follow him, and Michael's in this tunnel, right? And so he brings him there, and then as he gets up and he stands, he's looking at the dude. Michael comes out and over, rushes him, do hella fast. But he's kind of groggy because he's been, I guess, in a sleep state or whatever for like 4 years, right? Let me jazz this dude up. Anyway, fast forward a little bit. Michael comes looking for his sister, of course. I'm gonna skip to the end now. Like I said, this is a spoiler alert. It's in the title. But if you haven't seen it, I would recommend, if you're a fan, go see it. Just to see it, right? But when it comes out, I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray only because I steady keep a collection of my favorites. Just like the newest installment of Matrix that came out, to me that was trash too, but that was way better than this movie. But because I have them all and I'm such a huge lover of the Matrix, I have to buy it, right? So Laurie's been fighting this dude for so long, and there's this scene where she's up in the room on the upper level with the door cracked to her back, and she's sitting at this desk and she's talking out loud, right? She's not talking to herself, she's talking out loud, and she's like pretty much gonna take her life, suicide, right? So she cocks the gun, not cocks it, sorry, it's a revolver. She looks inside, it's got the whatever loaded up, and then she goes pow, but you don't see her do that, right? She puts it to her head, and all you hear is pow. And then the door opens like this, and then the camera pans down. You can see a big, massive pumpkin just splattered to shit, right, or whatever. Then when the door fully opens like this, she says something like, "I got you, motherfucker," or something like that, right? Bow, bow, fires off some shots at Mike. Then they start going at it, fighting. He grabs her by the neck, and he's like choking the shit out of her. She's just getting ready to let him kill her, right? Then the granddaughter comes in, and so there's this fight between all of them. But then this is how Michael goes out, and this was crazy, but it was pretty dope how she does it. So she opens up the drawer. Oh wait, I think she has 2 knives. So she stabs him in the knee. Well, she stabs him in the stomach first, stabs him in the knee, pushes him down on the counter. They wrestle for a good little while. Because he had her over the garbage disposal in the sink, right? It's going like this, and she like headbutts him and elbows him and then pushes him down on the island in the kitchen, pins him down, and then she stabs him through the hand with the other one, stabs him, so he's crucified like this, right? And his knee, she crucified, so his knee is caught too, right? So one foot's dangling, and his head, he can't get up, right? So then she goes into the drawer, slides it open, and you see that big classic knife that he always carries. She pulls it out like this. She says a few little 1-2 things or whatever, and then it's so dramatic right now, this scene, right? And then she just very slowly takes it from here and goes, and you just see like the skin peel back, and it starts blood everywhere, right? He's just oozing, and it's like, he's going like that, right? Then she takes it on his wrist, cuts his wrist open, so he's leaking all over the place, right? But he's still fighting. Then he whop rips out like this. And yo, it's pretty dope. And then, but anyway, they subdue him. They get him, and yeah, she rips his mask off, and they get him, and then they get like the cops come and all like her crew and stuff like that, whatever. They put him, tie him up on top of the roof of, I think, the car she was driving. So they have a caravan of like 20 cars, right? So the kid from earlier, the dude from earlier, he worked with his dad at this junkyard shop, right? And you know when you're junking cars, they have that machine with all those little big iron like claws, and they go in within each other like in a circle like that, and they just kind of crush everything, right? Yeah, you already know. So to get to the spot or whatever, and then this is where the scene gets crazy, dude. They take him and dump his body in there, and they show it too, and like his whole body crunches up into like 3 different positions. You just see the thing go clunk, 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 and then take his head and then pop, everything just explodes and crunches his body down. He's gone, done. There's no way that you can come back from that, period. All right, slit his neck, took his mask, slit his wrist, put him in the compactor. He's done. So that's how it ends right there. So that part, the ending one, was pretty good. Can he come back for that? I'd like to hear you guys' opinion in the comments down below. I don't know if he can come back from that. Like, how do you come back from that? Your whole body's crushed. You're done. Your blood is all the way out. It's a done deal. So Halloween Ends. It's a good title because I don't see how you're going to return from that. Now they're saying like other franchises could probably pick it up and switch up the storyline or whatnot, but I don't see how that would work, because when Rob Zombie came with those 2 that he made, I didn't care for that either. The only thing I liked was the size of Michael. He was like, damn, they were 7 foot tall, man. He was big. But I didn't like how a lot of his neck was exposed and his long rocker hair was hanging out, and he would look like this. He looked just superhuman, you know what I mean? And he's not really, they call him the Shape for a reason, right? So in my opinion, besides a couple of the newer ones that I really like, especially the last 2 installments before this, or 3, I think, part 1 and part 2 are banging. I love those, especially the hospital scene with Lori. And she was like semi-drugged up still. Excuse me. And she's running from him in the hospital. And they play that classic dum 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 ding bling 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 dum dum ding 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 bling bling dum dum ding ding dum 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 dum. That was pretty sick. It's creepy, but I love it. And then he's chasing her. I also like when he breaks out of the insane asylum too. He jumps on the car, that weird music, that weird little music or whatever, and he reaches in and grabs that girl by the hair, tries to kill her, but she survives like throughout, I think, 3 movies, because she's in the recent ones too. I forget her name. She was the nurse. One of the nurses. We don't need this tomato, do we? Anyway, those old school ones, classic all the way. Same thing with some of the Freddy's too. So a lot of people have mixed reviews. Like, some people love Dream Master, some people don't like it. I think one of the best Nightmare on Elm Street is part 2. Even though I don't like that retro low-key gay stuff. But Freddy's actually frightening in that one, right? And the part that I love is when, what's his name? Not Grady. Grady was his homeboy, remember? And then Freddy came up out of his stomach, she's like, like he gave birth to Freddy and shit. And Freddy stands up, and then Grady's body like rips in half and falls down and shit. And he comes up and he's like all up in his face. And he's like, oh, Jesse. He gets in his face. He goes, kill for me, Jesse. Right? Got the claws all out. And another sick part in part 2. Oh, there's a couple sick parts. That movie is dope. The barbecue party that they're at late night when he goes there. But before he goes there, Jesse comes down the stairs. I mean, the front door is over here somewhere. So there's like a little hallway by the stairs where the basement would be at, and the stairs go up, however, which way. Then the front door. So he turns around and he stops. He runs like this. And Freddy's right there, and he goes, "Kill for me, Jesse." He's like, "No, no, no," whatever, squealing, right? And then he goes, one of the parts is when he takes off his hat, and he goes, "You've got the body." And then he grabs a scalp like this. He starts ripping. He goes. And he rips his scalp open like this so you can see his brain. He goes, "I've got the brain." Freddy's a fool, dude. But yeah, classic right there. Of course, the Friday the 13th. So there is rumor. I think I seen something floating around on Twitter saying that they're gonna make another installment. So I think they stopped at part 12. So excuse me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll do my research on it again. But I think they're gonna make a Friday the 13th. 13 and then probably end it there with that original story, and then I don't know, maybe another franchise will pick it up. We need another Freddy versus Jason though. I don't know about pulling off a Freddy versus Michael Myers, how that will work, but I mean, who knows? You never know, right? Like, it's a newer generation. The older heads are kind of hanging it up, so you got newer directors and writers and stuff that hopefully they have a good creative mind like me, because like me and my son, like we can come up with scripts. Like I should have been a script writer, man, because I have way more better story ideas, and I'm so extra with it. Like, man, it would be so dope. Like this movie right here with Michael, man, I would have had him in the scene the first 10-15 minutes, give a little bit of a storyline that you understand what's going on, and then just bring him forward, and then have him like doing classic stuff like walking through a dark alleyway, and you're running and you're tripping and you're trying to get up, and you look around and he's gone, and you turn around, boom, he's right there, and bah, grabs you by the neck and picks you up. But he did do a classic Michael Myers pickup. I don't know if he had her by the neck or he had her by the dress, but he had her up like this. Then he did that whap like this, and then he let go, and she was just like dangling like this. You see the blood like dripping down her toes or whatever. In one of the movies, you know, he turns his head sideways and looks into, he doesn't really do it too hardcore like that, but he'll kind of a little bit to the side and then back up. But that's classic Michael for you there. Anyway, that's my review on the new movie Halloween Ends. Go see it, give it a shot. It's nothing like getting out the house with a loved one or loved ones, right? Or you go see it by yourself, whatever. In the theater though, it was funny. I was telling it to my crew when we were playing earlier. We had some little young knuckleheads down in the nosebleeds, right? Because we were like up in the upper middle, and they were smoking some kush or something strong, smell up the whole place, right? Now, if you want to do some goofball shit like that, do that shit outside, man. Come in the theater high if you want, right? Don't come in there smelling like it. And no, not smelling like it, but don't come in there and blaze, right? So the cops came, drugged them out. Then 15-20 minutes after that, somebody over here got that shit knocked out of them. Out here it was boom. We all looked over like, damn. And then they came and I guess escorted whoever was involved in that and started throwing down some powder. I guess the person was bleeding all over the place or whatever. So yeah, it was crazy last night in the movie theaters, man. I'll tell you, man, Spirit of Michael Myers is out, man. It's Halloween season, so it's also cozy fall or autumn season, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, that's my movie wrap up on Halloween Ends. In my opinion, pretty trash movie except for the end. I'm gonna miss the franchise if it's really truly 100% done. We don't know, but anyway, but that's it, man. I hope you enjoyed the Wendy's mukbang. Those chili cheese fries were bomb. The burger was pretty dope, and that drink is refreshing. So we'll take a sip for y'all, say cheers before I sign out. And you'll see me again before the holidays, but just in case you're traveling a little early, whatever, be safe out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. You know.